Hello everyone, I welcome you in my YouTube channel. My name is Samuel N. Gizamba, and it has been really long without sharing with you what is going on in our ladies class. And today, I just want to share with you mistakes we make as married women. Honestly, there are some mistakes we make as married women, and now I want us to share with you these mistakes. If you have been there doing those mistakes, please, you stop. Because if you don't stop, your marriage is on its way. It's going. You will just one day, one time realize that you no longer have it. But no, that is not what we need. Because when really you lose your marriage, it is so heartbreaking, and it brings your soul to be sick because it is the soul that loves someone. And now, if your marriage breaks down, your soul will be totally sick. And yet, for us here on this channel, we treat soul. I want us to share these mistakes. I used to do them. You can also be doing them. And for us in Uganda, we say, "Ndi mugezi nga mubuulire." No one is wise unless they tell you that you do this like this. Then after doing it, you become wise. Hey. So, mistake number one for us married women, we always do. When we get married, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, we get familiar to each other with our spouse, with our husbands. And now you really see, we are the same. No rabanga, twenkana. So that respect you were giving him, it begins deteriorating slowly. Then you find yourself that you can even back at him. That is not good, my friends. It is not good, ladies. Remember, your husband is the king of that home. He is the head of that home. He deserves all respect from you. And that's why even the Bible tells us that wives, submit to your husband as unto Christ. And now for you who has not submitted to Christ, now that there is a challenge there, because you can't submit to your husband before submitting to Christ, because it is the Spirit of the Christ who will teach you to be submissive to your husband. But now let us come and say, please, the Bible tells us so. Our husbands are the kings of the home. For us, we are the queens. Talk like a queen. Let us give them respect, due respect. Our husbands deserve respect. Hey, sister somebody buli ssaawa oyogera ku baami gomanya abaami bye batuyisaamu. Katonda ye akyogerako atyo abimanyi kyovola olusooka Peter ekisooka, by the way, in the book of 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 1, even God knows that. That's why he said, wives, be submissive to your husbands. If there is one who does not believe, that he may believe without a word by the conversation of their wives. The Luganda version egamba nti ku lw'empisa z'abakazi baabwe. So Katonda amanyi nti abaami baffe sometimes, naye ate era on the other side sigamba nti n'abaami mubayiseemu amaaso. No, ffenna by the way nabagamba mu videos endala zenze nkola. Today I'm going to mix Luganda and English because some of my ninjas, they are complaining bagamba, Sister Samali, you overuse English. For us we are Baganda, for us we are Abagisu. Why don't you use the local language we understand? Other things other things we don't even understand. So, and we have even seen many channels really, but they overspeak English, so we don't understand other things. Okay, now I will use the local language. At least 90% in Uganda, everyone can speak Luganda. So kyengamba bannaaye, temuyisaamu baami bamwe maaso, abakyala n'abaami nammwe temuyisaamu bakyala bamwe maaso, bagwana ekitiibwa. Bayibuli buli muntu yamuwa kyateekeddwa okukola. 1, abaami bayibuli egamba nti love your wives as Christ loved the church. Then abakyala Bible yetugamba nti submit to your husbands as unto Christ. So where there is submission, there is respect. Where there is love, there is respect. So fena, this side submission, this side love, then respect nejja. Omuntu gw'oyagala tosobola kumuvumira mu bantu. Omuntu gw'ogondera tosobola kumuboggolera ng'abaana we bali. So bannange tetwegayalirira abakyala abafumbo. Kwegamba tumanyidde twemanyiridde ffenna. Kituufu tubadde mu bufumbo emyaka mingi, naye omu ku ffe waliwo asoolobya ku munne. Mwami asigala mwami ewaka, agwana ekitiibwa kye. Abaami baffe tubawe ekitiibwa ekibagwana. Ebintu by'okuboggolera abaami, ebintu by'okumusanga oba abadde. Yes, of course he is a human being, naye akola ensobi. Ng'omuntu omulala yenna. Naye tomuboggolera mu bantu. Oba tomuboggolera buboggolera. By the way, you don't need even to back at him. Tomuboggolera. Don't back at him. Just sit as somebody you respect. Sit. Be in your bedroom. Muhammad naye honey, handsome. May I call my husband mwita handsome. Ngamba handsome too. But naye kino saakitegedde. Oba with love. Tujjayo face nange nina amaanyi nampolesa ko. No. Just with love. Mugambe handsome. Or I don't know which name you call him or you call her. Mugambe naye kino ekitu. Kyakoleddwa bwe kiti. Why did you do that? So he will explain to you why he did it like this. Or he didn't know. Or maybe it was a mistake. Then I say, okay, if it was a mistake. But when if you just come backing at him, no. It's your switch to disrespecting our spouses. It is not good. That's a very big mistake we make. After staying for a long time, you see, he or she does not deserve this respect. She still deserves that respect. She's the queen of that home. He still deserves that respect. He is the head. Oh, by the way, when it comes to our husband, they deserve that respect. A husband is the head of the home. A husband is the king, which means even when it comes to the final decision making, he's the one to make it. Marriage is sweet. Marriage is honorable. Marriage is sweet, guys. Marriage is honorable. Naye just engeri gye tubikolamu ensobi zino entonotono ze tukola ze zifuula obufumbo obutaba bwa kitiibwa naye nga bo bwa kitiibwa ate ffe bennyini ffe twefuula abataba bwa kitiibwa naye bo bwayimirirawo bwa kitiibwa kubanga omutonzi yakyogera nako. Marriage is honorable. Mistake number two. This one goes directly to ladies. Abakyala bw'omala okufumbirwa n'otuuka ewaka Mukama n'akublessinga n'ebirabo by'abaana kati nno ffe ababeera mu byalo I'm forgetting, I'm overusing Luganda. Okay, for us who stay in the villages, guys, okwefaako, caring about yourself, it becomes a tug of war. From the garden, you just come, you put your hoe there, then you begin cooking, you sit in those clothes. So now, Mr. Handsome, for him, he moves up and down, he's in the offices, he has been meeting beautiful girls, dressed up, and now coming back. Put on a dress according to the place where you're going. When you're going to the kitchen, I don't expect you to be putting on a lasso, tying yourself with a towel, being in a bed, a night dress. No. When you're at home, you're like a flower. I don't expect you to be in a towel. How will you welcome visitors when you're in towel? Now, if you're in the garden, put on garden clothes. That's okay. But now if you're at home, please help the society. Jamu engoye ez'okulima, yambalako bulungi. naaba n'abakaakaliniro onaabe bulungi nnyo olabike bulungi weeyiseeko ekizigo enviiri zijjeeko ekitambaala ky'obadde ozisibyeko ng'oli mu nnimiro nammwe mutulekeemu awo eyo nsobi nkulu nnyo bannange obutefaako. That's a very big mistake. A very big mistake for you not to care for yourself. You know, I'm already married. No one is searching me. No, it's not all about searching you, but it's all about keeping that standard that you're a married woman, that your husband every day, every time admires you. Put on your good dress. You just sit there from the garden, bathe. After bathing, put on your clean dress. Weekoleko. Nabako. Weesigeko ekizigo. If you can, just weekoleko ne makeup. Otegeko bu earrings. Ani yagamba nti bw'oba ofumba tobeera. Ofumba kugamba agenda okudda. Nga waakutunulako nga gamba ekyo kabannaaye. Oba tuli ku ki? Naye ffe bannanga abakyala bwe tufumbira teweefaako enviiri n'osiramu ebitutwa nabagamba enviiri bw'oba tosobolanga toyina you can't afford to plait hair yo zisale zibeere entono z'osobola okusanyirira nga zirabika bulungi. Ennyambala yo funa olugoye olukutuuka nga lulwo. Don't put on again you're small like me sister Samali then n'oteekamu ekigoye then you're fat ate n'oteekamu akagoye ne kakutuuga wenna ne balaba. No. Twefeeko abakyala abafumbo kyengezaako gamba twefeeko abakyala abafumbo tulabike bulungi. Abaami baffe baagala abantu abalabika obulungi. Nze gamba buulira ebiseera ebisinga ffe abakyala abafumbo ffe tusindiikiriza n'abaami baffe okugwa mu kibi ky'obwenzi. Engeri gye weefula nakifanjagala kugamba agenda n'okukulowoozaako. Omanyi appetite eva buntu butono obutta appetite obukyafu obwo n'otula n'akalimiro okuva ku makya paka akawungeezi. Obukyafu ogenda okutuuka eri ku sayidi y'eri nga omutima gwafudde dda kubanga wenna twefeeko. Pointi enkulu wano mistake abakyala gye tukola naddala abakyala abafumbo kasita tufumbira ne tubeera mu ddya tetwagala kwefaako. Bannange naddala abakyala mu kyalo eyo abakyala b'omu ttawuni bagezaako naye abakyala b'omu kyalo bakutamya enkumbi. Alima n'ava mu kulima n'abeera mu bigoye ebicyafu olunaku lwonna. Omwami oba abadde yagenzeeko mu bigoye ebyo. Nedda mukwano. Mistake number 3, forgetting your responsibility that you're a wife at home. That's one of the biggest mistakes ladies we do in marriage. Married women we do. You leave your cooking for children. When your children have grown, now every time that they want to cook, every time that they want to wash clothes, if those who have maids, every time the maid is doing, no, it is your responsibility to cook for your husband the food he has to eat. It is your responsibility to know which clothes your husband is going to put on. Iron them if possible. But it is possible, of course. Iron them. 3, is you're responsible by the to lay your bed. By the way, ladies, mostly the working ladies, you want the maid even to lay your bed. You want the maid even to lay, even to wash, yeah. You want the maid even to wash the panties of your husband and your own panties, you people. Is that the education you attained? One day, one time you will regret when that maid will use your bed. Because you opened the door for her. She's the one who knows which bed sheets to change. But that is your responsibility. Ladies, working class ladies, your marriages are dying because of forgetting your responsibilities. It is the maid who knows which type of food your children will eat, which type of food is sweet for you. You know, it is good for your husband. Let us remember our responsibilities, ladies. Let us remember our responsibility. And by the way, even on the other side, I was still talking about the responsibility. Do you know that even on the other side, our husbands also are forgetting their responsibility? When you are at home, that day when you are at home, When your wife is going to the garden, you go with him. Because on daily basis, this woman goes with the Shamba boys. Do you know what the Shamba boy is going to tell your wife? So people, marriage is a joint effort. All of us, those slight mistakes we make, they may make our marriage to look as if it is not honorable. And yet it is honorable. So it is we. Another mistake we make, not availing ourselves when we are needed. I'm going to tell you a story. There's a story in the book of Esther. Every time I read that story, it gives me something to learn on a daily basis as a married woman. This is the king who prepared the party. He called all his subjects. He called all his fellow kings. He called all the friends. Big men. And remember, I was a king. So your husband is a king. You're the queen. Now after organizing, so the king was, the king was very excited, very happy. And I think when he looked around all the wives of the friends, the kings are sometimes proud. This king was proud. So he said, no, I have a queen, the most beautiful queen. He ordered, go and call for me Queen Vashti. So the man, I think maybe he ran, I don't know, but the story says that he went to call the queen. When they reached there to call the queen refused. Hey! Refused. The queen refused. She refused. I'm not going there. I am busy also. Never be busy when your husband is calling you. You don't know what will happen. Guess what happened? After Vashti saying, I'm not coming, I'm busy with my fellow ladies here. Olugambo lwemukola omwami wo n'akomawo ewaka oli ku muzigo mama gundi abamu babayita bamaama gundi nze bampita my choice nkyayogerako ne maama Daphne anywe mukyayi wange ku lwekyo anywemu akakyayi kange ku lwekyo nkubuulire. Now the man came back and told the king that they say His Highness that the queen has refused, that she's also busy. The Bible says that the king was annoyed. And she was punished by getting another queen to replace her. Osaga. So, they are available when you need it. They replaced Queen Vashti with Queen Esther. No more queen. So, my dear, he may not replace you physically, but inside, where you don't see, in the heart, he will replace you with another Queen Esther. This takes us back, disrespecting your husband. You're needed. Then you refuse. You say you're busy. Your husband comes back. You're busy. Gossiping seriously. You can't call, now they have to send children. Go and call mommy. What are you doing in other people's home? And you leave your home here. Marriage is honorable. But if you don't realize what you're supposed to do, you may not know that it is honorable. Marriage is honorable. That's a very big mistake. When you're needed, always be there. Regardless how you fought at night, but when you're needed, it is my prayer that you avail yourself when your king needs you. that you may not be replaced by somebody else. It is so painful. Somebody to take your position. Hey, it is very, very painful, guys. I'm telling you. So, those mistakes, let us work upon them. Let's work upon those mistakes, and we'll live a happy marriage, sweet marriage, and we'll realize that marriage is honorable, marriage is sweet.